Shame on Ghana, shame on Nigeria, and shame on every African government that chooses political theater over honest leadership. It's deeply baffling that these two countries, which have in the past deported each other's citizens without hesitation, are now joining forces to lecture South Africa about immigration and human rights. Ghana and Nigeria are both members of the Economic Community of West African States. ECOWAS is a redundant regional club of dictators who spend all of their parliamentary sessions gossiping and slandering other regions and countries that are doing better and serving their citizens. Their presidents, Mahama and Tinubu, preach democracy while practicing the exact opposite. They have turned what should be a platform for regional cooperation into an opportunity to attack South Africa while ignoring the crisis within their own borders. They consistently spew venom and make reckless and irresponsible statements. For months, these politicians have spent an unusual amount of time discussing South Africa in their legislatures and on social media. Instead of focusing on corruption, unemployment, poverty, and the conditions driving their own citizens to leave home, they have chosen to obsess over South Africa's anti-illegal immigration marches. They focus on the symptom while refusing to confront the cause. They make a diagnosis and a prognosis without first examining the patient. They talk about purported xenophobia, but fail to recognize the basic fact that every sovereign nation has the right to implement its immigration laws. Neither do they ask the obvious question: why are so many of their own citizens leaving their countries in search of opportunities elsewhere? These same countries maintain and enforce their strict immigration laws, yet expect South Africa to keep its borders wide open. Now they have reported South Africa to ECOWAS, the African Union, and even the International Court of Justice in an attempt to tarnish South Africa's reputation internationally. They don't demonstrate the same enthusiasm when African migrants are being sold into slavery in Libya. They strongly condemned the military juntas in their fellow member states of Burkina Faso, Niger, and Mali, but they said very little when France persisted in its systematic colonization of these nations. As a result, these three nations left ECOWAS and formed Sahel. They have remained silent while Mugabe destroyed Zimbabwe and turned a blind eye when Mnangagwa illegally rewrote the country's constitution to extend his presidential term indefinitely. They haven't spoken out against Teodoro Obiang Nguema Mbasogo of Equatorial Guinea, who has been president for 57 years and is the longest serving head of state in the world. They haven't spoken out against Paul Biya of Cameroon, who has been president for over 54 years and is the oldest head of state in the world. They haven't spoken out against Yoweri Museveni of Uganda, who has been president for 50 years. They haven't spoken out against Denis Sassou Nguesso of the Republic of Congo, who has been president for 15 years. All these dinosaurs are blatantly refusing to quit office. Where was this outrage when these lifetime presidents dismantled democratic institutions, silenced opposition voices, and concentrated power for decades? Where were the loud condemnations as these dictators amended constitutions to extend their rule indefinitely? Where was the continental campaign against this entrenched dictatorship, disputed elections, and the suppression of civil society. Africa cannot build credibility by selectively applying principles. Human rights, democracy, and accountability cannot become convenient tools used only against countries you disagree with politically. If we truly care about the future of Africa, then let's confront every injustice with equal courage, not only the ones that make convenient headlines. Let's stop exporting blame and start exporting solutions. South Africa deserves honest engagement, not political grandstanding. And Africa deserves leaders who solve problems instead of searching for scapegoats.